Leo, do you expect Gavin to play at all this weekend?
He won't play tonight. We'll see how tonight goes. I think it's probably not fair for the player and the rest of the group. Just he has had one day of practice. He got in late yesterday. We'll see how the game goes tonight, and then make a decision probably tomorrow.
You're so busy focusing on what's going on here. There's all these prospects all over the place. How much about Gavin did you know versus, okay, they tell you we're going to sign him to an ATO, then do you start doing some homework?
Well, I coached him before. I coached Gavin. I coached him at 3 international tournaments. He was one of the last cuts when I was at USA with the 05 group. So he played on a couple international tournaments. U17, we went to Switzerland together. So I was with him there for 3 weeks. Coached him at the Halinka tournament, which is a big tournament. So I coached against him when he was in the USHL in Muskegon. So I know Gav really well. So I had a pretty good understanding of the person for one, and then the player. So we have I know him pretty well. So excited to have him to the group, and he had a really good college career and decided to come out, and we're excited to have him.
I don't know if you can tip your hand or not, but do you think there is a chance that this team may dip into that college pool a little more before the season ends?
Like as far as like our prospects?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not really sure on kids have to make decisions on what they want to do or where the organization is if they want to come out. Usually that's, up to the player. I'm sure you're talking about Zima or Jake Richard. I don't have any information on those two guys. If I had to guess, I think Zima, his season ended a couple weeks ago. I think there's a chance he probably goes back to school. Usually those guys right away they would sign. I don't have any, and I don't want to speak on behalf of the organization, but and then Jake has a game tonight against Boston College, and then go from there.
Focusing on the guys here, you have a goalie in Scott Ratzlaff. He just celebrated his 21st birthday. What have you liked in his last couple starts?
I've actually liked him all season. Like I think he's a really good goalie. The thing with Rats is, he's a gamer. He does a really good job. His game management skills are really good. When he plays, he gets a lot of whistles. There's not a lot of loose pucks in the slot, which creates second, third opportunities. If you look at the games he's played, I think his last 6 starts, he's under a 3, so close to a 9-10. Like that's really good for a young kid. He's got us points when he's played. You look at a couple starts, the Utica start at home probably wasn't great. You're going to have those as a young player, but his ability to respond. So he's going to play tonight.
This team, as we know, there have been some tough times recently. How much are you leaning or looking to lean to the veterans of this group, where for so long it was always talking about the prospects and the youth here?
Well, we don't have a lot of them. I think that's one thing. We don't have a lot of. I mean, who would you consider a vet on our team?
I'm looking at like the Bayruthers, the Lysicians, the guys that have played a number of years in this league. Jones too.
Well, Jones is only 25 years old. He's only played 3 years of professional hockey. He's not even close to a vet. Like he's a young kid for me.
Okay.
Like I would say Gav is the one I probably lean on the most. Gertz is another guy. Lish too. I think you look at it 2 ways. We're going through a hard time, but you gotta get through it. We have to believe there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I would say out of the stretch run, I don't think we've played bad hockey. Sure, there's some games where, you can't. Our team has to defend well. We have to check well. We can't hand other teams goals. And when you look at the games that we've lost, whether it's on the power play, whether it's 5-on-5 when we're giving up odd man rushes that lead to breaks. Like the margin for our group, we can't have that happen. We have to defend as 5 everywhere on the ice. And I don't think I would be more concerned if I felt like, we've been playing bad hockey. We're just on the wrong side of it. Now we have to get out. We can't keep talking about it. We're still in a position where we want to reach our goals. We still control that. Now it's time to get out of it and put, wins together. But it starts with putting, shifts together, periods together, games. And if you look at, last weekend, we played a really good game on Friday. I actually thought we played well too on Saturday, but we gave up a goal at the end of the second period. We gave up a face-off goal. Like those things can't happen with our group. So those things we have to tighten up, and then there has to be belief from the group that we can get ourselves through this.
Your thoughts on Lawrence so far?
You know what? He's been good for us so far. I give him a lot of credit for his physicality and stepping up. I think he's fought in almost every single game, but he's good on face-offs. He's a smart player in his own zone. He actually has pretty good hands for a big man. And he's done a really nice job for us, especially with Red being out of the lineup. We haven't had a fourth line center, and he's done a really good job for us. And, I think he's still a really young player in this league. Like, he hasn't played 50 games in the American Hockey League. Now he's coming in and playing high stakes games at the end of the year, where pretty much every game is like a playoff game, and he's done a really good job for us.
I see Douglas isn't in the lineup tonight, but
Douglas
played a couple of games. Your thoughts on him?
Yeah, he's getting his visa, so he's not eligible to play. So he'll be available next week. We had him on an ATO, so he was able to just play games without getting a visa, and then we signed him, so now he has to get his visa. So he'll practice before the team or after. But I like him. The guys really like him. He's a high character individual. He does a lot of subtle things during the game that probably go unnoticed. He wins a lot of pucks. He's really detailed in his game. Last game was unfortunate because I'd like to get him out there more than I did, but when you take 6 penalties in a game, we're running the same guys out there all the time. It was tough to get a flow in the game. But that's another thing too, the discipline. We took 3 penalties in the O-zone. And then we ended up with 6 for the game. We had 1. We had 2, but it was 25 seconds. I don't really count that. That's another thing. If just with the amount of guys that we have playing both on power play and penalty kill, we can't have a game where, it doesn't help our group if it's 6 power plays to 5, because the same guys are going on the ice all the time for both. So it's also at this time of the year we need to have everyone involved in the hockey game. 4 lines is going to be really important for us. So another area that is the discipline. We're taking too many penalties. Penalties where they're aggressive and they're physical, but the stick penalties that are 200 feet from your net, those are the ones that hurt you. And then you just lose momentum in the game. Like the second period in Toronto, we killed 4 times in the game. That's half the period. It's hard to get in the rhythm of the game or get momentum back, especially they didn't score in the power plays, but they're high-end skilled players who were making plays, and then you get confidence in the game. Those skilled guys from making plays, even though the puck doesn't go in the net, we have to eliminate those peaks and valleys of the game where it's just consistent. It starts with the discipline.